apply yourself to that huge task ahead, how do you configure your brain to do that?
I think it starts a long time before, to be fair. And that's from, you know, I joined the Marines at 16 in 1 month. I had a phone call off a friend of mine, Alan, who said, mate, you fancy going to the South Pole? Of course. When? Thinking he said in 6 weeks' time. And then 7 Mile Beach and 9 Mile Beach. Amazing training areas. Absolutely amazing.
Right, in 1,300 kilometres, I'm going to get to my goal. What are you thinking at that point?
What's going to happen in the next hour and a half?
Really?
Yeah. So basically, our days start off at the hardest part is the beginning and the end, generally, and that's to do with your mindset. Where we started off, basically, we had 3 kilometres of flat ice at sea level. Yeah. And then from there, then it's the steepest climb to get up onto the tops, and that takes. So the sledge is the heaviest. You're probably the least attuned at that time because you haven't got into your daily routines, etc. You haven't got your tent up in anger yet, and that was the hardest part really. But 20 minutes and half an hour. But we would discipline, and if it was getting longer, we'd say, right, come on, mate, we had a bit of too long that time because that eats into your evening and sleep time as well. So we often chastise ourselves for taking a little bit too long. And when you've been going for X number of days and that, you just sit in your sledge, it's lovely and sunny, freezing. You just think, I just want to sit here. It's just getting that momentum going. Sometimes I would say, come on, let's go. Sometimes he would. The horizon, and you knew that you'd have to cross that horizon, go beyond that horizon before you stop next time, if all's gone well. And that was it. That was all you could do. It's pointless worrying about tomorrow. We changed our aims. Originally we wanted to finish on the 12th. We ended up finishing on the 19th because the furthest we did on a day was 30 kilometres, and some days at the start we were doing 8 or 9 kilometres. So we were constantly. You'll see some thing in a minute with figures basically. If we do this mileage for so many days, we finish on this day. So, and we were doing that constantly. Yeah, hour and a half. We'd stop, sit down. How you feeling, mate? We'd check in with each other. What is your purpose? What is your team's purpose? And are you and your team being purposeful? And how are you measuring that? Yeah. And I'm a firm believer in measurements. If you don't measure things, it'll just slide. It will slide. Because people are busy. You're all busy people. How many times have you gone into work in the morning and said, right, I'm going to do this today? And at the end you think, well, actually, did I do any of those? And do you tick them off? I've done that, right, what's it? And I'm going to do the things I like doing first, and I'm going to leave the things I hate doing to last. So you've got nothing to look forward to apart from the horrible things that you've got to do sooner or later.